Well,
It looks like an upside-down mushroom.
as as we sort of gather, Alauneari will ask, so, my dear brethren, where do you think we should go next? Continue our exploration or act on this new information? Personally, I don't think it is enough for us to really do much, except it can make us a bit more assured that the good lady Baroness will not attempt an attack upon our positions in Festival. Perhaps speaking to the Skizral before she does would be preferable.
Then considers, I don't think we have enough information to work with, really, to find out what these hunters were doing here. And as for talking to the Skizral, well, if they allied with the Baroness, that would certainly be one of the worst things that could happen to us.
Yes, that would force us to beg and grovel to the. She sort of just offhandedly gestures to Miku. The Zan.
I do not think so. If the Skizral were to be so foolish as to ally with outside Drow, then the Zan might very well rise up against them even more than what their cold truce specifically specifies, especially because we would be motivated as well. I am not sure whether such information is capable of being acted upon at the moment. I would prefer searching the East Bank first, before we head up to see the Skizral and perhaps gain entry. Then back to Zan.
Alauneari nods. Sort of looks to Rain and then offhandedly to Triss.
I am personally unsure, so I will leave it to yours and Rilinid's wisdom on this.
Well, Tristan thinks we should finish what we started here first, Get that thing.
You sound super distant.
That's because I forgot to put my mic down.
There we go.
Tristan thinks we should continue what we're doing and finish that before we go to the Skizral.
Seems to be unanimous then. Alright, let's explore the East Bank.
Okay. Right, you continue down.
1408 and 1409.
Alright. You can make the pertinent rolls.
Man, it has been so long since I've made
them. Yeah, I was about to say.
So does anyone want Miku?
You
Alauneari.
Oh.
I mean, if he doesn't want it, Alauneari is fine with having the creature.
The mushroom.
So
Zyn would actually like to go by himself.
She could use it. She'll instruct it and see how well he has learned to serve while being here.
See,
Rilinid could have saved him, but it's kind of like, he's gonna need to learn, right?
I will bring him along. Let him walk beside the gecko. Hold her spear, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. He certainly does his best to help. I mean, he does not really seem to really understand why she is sort of bossing him around. It doesn't really seem to be used to that, but he seems to try to help her out as best he can. He certainly does not answer like as snappy as a trained slave or one of the courtiers of the matron's court would, and he's sort of bumbling and fumbling.
Doesn't expect him to. She's not being cruel to him right now. She's feeling rather good and a little generous as well. So she'll sort of help instruct him in the proper ways of acting the role of the servant in Drow society, a caste, if you will, that is mostly partaken by men of a lower class. And then she'll begin to describe to him the system of nobility. And of course the gender roles and why she is the one ruling this family and why she will be the one to rule more than this family.
He,
In the
certainly-
words of nobility and caste, and beyond that, some things he thought he might understand. The divine right of having the gods or the patron, as she'll put it, electing her as well.
He seems to appreciate some of the sort of gravity of this grand burden that is upon her, and some of the things do indeed seem very alien to him. But he will listen and he do his best to answer. Alauneari gets the feeling that young Miko is, he's utterly guileless. He's answering to honest to a fault at most things you tell him or ask him. Where a drow courtier would certainly suck up to her, Miko doesn't seem to realize that is something he should do. Or
Alauneari will not tell him, as that would just be. She shouldn't have to, but she certainly will also. He's like it's like a fun creature. He's like a native. Yeah, not a savage. She certainly didn't that much, but she actually enjoys having this creature about, and he is useful at poking around in the mushrooms and such.
all right. Well, the day goes by. Mapping things happen.
Right.
Indeed. Rilinid, once again, having his sharp eyes about him, do come upon a patch of brightly orange-capped mushrooms. When he approaches, he can feel that they are sort of emitting a warmth, like they have an inner heat. He does recognize these as fire soul fungus, and with the craft alchemy check, he can try to harvest them. If he succeeds, he basically gets doses of alchemist fire.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and throw that down then. We'll say that perhaps, he's purified his mind and body and soul after that rather exciting jaunt with, things and people. Let's go ahead and make that roll, and we'll go ahead and use Inspired for a 20.
Basket weaving.
I like the basket weaving.
Yep.
And a librarian is like, oh, well, all right.
I know, he's a very diverse and cosmopolitan drow.
Yeah, very, I must say. So you see, this perfect basket. That 20 is enough. You can roll a d6.
Maybe I picked up some tips from, the people of Zyn. Not that many tips, but,
You get 1 dose of alchemist fire.
Okay. Excitement.
You can make
Stuff.
You can burn something down.
So these caps would be, if you found a large amount of them, good at burning.
Burning down the jungle, yes.
Knock one over and they sort of
Yeah, that's
So
explode.
if I step on them, what's happening?
Don't
things.
step on them.
Bad things happen for everybody.
Okay.
Like a friend of mine who, with dressed basically in only shorts, dove into a thicket of nettles.
Woo!
Yeah, that was
Then exploded.
which then exploded exactly.
Was this a drunk thing? Was this like an initiation thing? Fun?
He tried to for some. I think we were like playing like American football or something. And he tried to tackle me, and I sidestepped, and he like dove headfirst into said thicket. It was pretty great, and actually, I know the thicket was there. I sidestepped quite on purpose. So that was great.
You crazy
So if
people
you're listening to this,
playing
if you're listening to
American
this, Jonas
football.
the dick.
Right, you can mark this as explored.
Along with 1408 and 1409. Alright! Yay!
Making progress.
Progress.
And then is certainly enjoying the company of mushrooms that don't ask questions.
Yeah! Mushrooms that don't ask questions.
Does Miku ask into Alauneari, or does she sense her stature, or? Does Miku actually ask Alauneari questions?
I mean, he is certainly curious about, like, what. I mean, he's basically, as I said, he's honest to a fault and doesn't really understand. So he will ask questions that are quite like impertinent. But why should I obey you? I am not sure why. I mean, such question that Alauneari maybe never has been asked before, and he's probing a lot along those lines.
Whenever he asks a question, she will be quick to answer. She's good with words, in both the true and the false, and she will make sure to spin everything in her own favor, if you will. It'll be mostly the truth, but told in a way so that from her knowledge of these people, which albeit is limited, she'll try to basically turn everything into her favor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these people are kind of good at what they do, and having them as an outpost and with what she now knows, she might as well develop some sort of try to make him understand at least the Drow way.
Sure.
And she'll actually sort of be honest in that attempt.
Yeah, we can make a diplomacy check.
Oh, okay.
Not a good roll.
If he started as indifferent, that would make him towards you. That'd make it better. But hell, if he started as helpful, that definitely succeeded in making him friendly.
Yeah, but he seems to understand and appreciate. He still doesn't grasp the etiquette or
Underlying
anything
concepts.
like that. Yeah, this is very strange to him, but he seems to recognize Alauneari as a sort of, as he says, a spiritual guide of the party.
In her mind, she's sort of the alchemist of this party, if you will. She is the oldest. Mm-hmm. She is the one who keeps everything together, and she's the one giving out the commands.
Yeah, he seems to.
How does she know she's the oldest?
She believes it within her heart completely.
Yeah,
she's the oldest.
That is the truth. I mean,
yeah.
Who would else be? That's the mere thought is preposterous.
Laughable, even.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Alauneari's haughty laugh echoes over the forest.
Suddenly, we get attacked by 15 fungal wolves.
She kind of reminds me of the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, let's go to 15. Oh wait.
So
by the way,
what's up?
While exploring around the coast, then would definitely keep a close eye on the mist to see if it does something that he thinks mist shouldn't do.
Sure.
For whatever reason.
I think we can actually just go to 1509 instead of 1508 since we explored.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, we might be able to, yeah.
And maybe we can hit up 1410 along the way.
Sure.
Damned coast, and no boat in sight.
We can grab 1410.
Let's see here. Survival with a +2. He gave a +2, right?
Yeah, I guess a
But it seemed like he gave a -5 or something.
Oh, no, it's great.
Oh.
See, you're just not a very good team player.
I want to talk to him.
Like I said, Zyn's just, Zyn's just not good at communicating with people.
I mean, if the
it is very much shoot first and ask questions.
if the mushroom man does give her advice, she will take it. I mean, she's a good move.
She talks talks it over with him, and he seems to enjoy the company. He will walking around with Miku. He will actually make basically tap her on the foot or whatever of the lizard, and say, Alauneari, there seems to be some lantern caps over there. He points with his spear into a small thicket, and yes, you can see the faint glow of the lantern caps.
Ah, yes, you're right, Miku. Let us go gather some. I'm sure it will be good to have them.
He nods. And moves in closer. It is a craft alchemy to gather.
She doesn't have craft alchemy.
Well,
does he have craft?
She can certainly ask Miku to do it.
She'll ask Miku if he has any skill in gathering such things.
He nods. Yes. all Xan have a basic training in gathering the different plants of the forest. I am not as skilled as a gardener would be, but I can certainly try, Alauneari.
So, she will appreciate it. Her hands are not fit for such work.
Her hands are much too noble.
Fine and smooth.
Perfect.
1,000 layers of thin silk.
Yeah. Rivaling Rilinid's perfect hands as well. Maybe they have like a combat contest going on.
Oh, she just never works.
That'll do it.
My hands maintain such fine shape, A, for moisturizer, and B, I wear gloves. You know?
There we go. Miku will sit down and he will start singing in his strange language, sort of, swaying from side to side gently as he starts to gather the lantern caps.
Lantern caps.
It doesn't really work that quickly, but he does seem to be very skilled at what he's doing, and he gathers them without too much problem. There aren't too many of them, but 20 gold worth of lantern caps.
Grimith, you were keeping track of our group loot.
Yes, I have. We now have 30 gold pieces of lantern caps. Yeah!
Hooray!
Bright light in our eyes all the time.
So shiny.
Yep.
You do not set the dog, please.
That seems to be what was in these two. Yeah, this one and then like a 14th.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that takes care of 1410 and 1509 then.
Yep, you can mark them as explored.
Rilinid will be healed now.
Single coast tile, unless we take that on below it as well.
Right.
It makes sense if we want to continue following the coast. Just
Yeah,
going here.
I figure 1510 and then 1511 as well, yeah.
Yeah, you can
All right.
certainly take both of them.
Yeah, it's going here instead of...
What we doing? These?
Is the drow warrior, is he expired or do you still keep him alive?
Oh,
No,
he's-
I think we killed him.
Oh, no,
Whenever
yeah.
we-
After
And
getting the
also-
information.
And he's removed.
He has expired, good sir.
You know, I wouldn't want him to maybe get a chance to escape, and then that would just be aggravating me. I'm sure he'd die, but it'd just be annoying.
No, I mean, Alauneari rewarded Rilinid for the pleasure of killing him.
That's right.
Alright, you can make the exploration rolls.
You
How
know,
many conjoined tiles we're doing? Oh god.
That's not very good. Move some food.
I'm supplying enough food for you. You're fine.
Alright.
Like, we have so much excess food, I don't think it's really a problem.
for fuck's sakes. Fucking finally.
There we go.
I can actually roll above 8. It's amazing.
What?
I don't believe it.
What is this madness?
I can get a number in the latter half of the D20.
Alright, scouting around, you do mapping, etc. Rilinid, stalking around. I mean, the flora seems to be somewhat different at this area, actually. And later in the day, he comes upon a strange black mushroom that is sort of frilly. He identifies them as black fire frill fungi.
Black fire frill fungi.
Yep. You can roll 2d6.
Okay. I'm scared, Bobby. Hold me, because I'm afraid. Alright.
Alright. He realizes that he can gather up enough of these, and if he mixes them in a certain way with certain alchemical ingredients, he can, out of this patch, make 8 doses, I guess, of black fire clay.
Okay. Well,
Don't know what it does, but
excitement, riveting action,
Yes.
actually meaningful. Woohoo! Good. My day was fruitful. What about yours, Sakari? Huh?
Ruh-roh!
Raggy?
Yep. Raggy's groovy. Yeah, Blackfire Clay. Let's see, let's refresh my memory because I don't know what that does either. The furnace, it grows much warmer, granting a +4 alchemical bonus on saving throws made to resist cold weather. All right, so you get it on yourself. You oil yourself up with this Blackfire Clay, and you're
Great,
cold weather.
Cold weather, yeah, because weather is such a mercurial concept within.
Yes, it changes quickly here.
This sort of thing. We really should consider at some point getting some of these things, and actually we could be like cultivate them, right?
Blackfire Clay produces only heat, no light, smoke, or odor. It is warm for 1 hour after application. And yeah.
Okay.
Kept in like a dank or dark clay jar, it can last for quite a while.
Fantastic.
Yes, Sakari does return to Trislin and informs her that he has spotted a strange structure reaching out into the water.
Done.
She goes to get Rain and tells him about it and tells Sakari to show them.
Sakari nods and lopes ahead down the beach, basically.
Woohoo!
Yeah, if Rain sees anyone else, he'll go ahead and send a signal to them. But
No, there is none of the siblings close, it seems.
so, what do we discover?
Yes, what do you discover? Oops.
What do you describe as a strange tower?
What do you discover? Oops.
I discovered
Oopsies.
oops.
Oopsies!
I just spilled Coke all over the tabletop. What? It's not even real.
How do I do
Digital
that?
Coke. What?
Would like a digital Coke layer, like a spill over? That would be pretty great. Let me find the thing I'm looking for. Hang on. I can do this.
And you still haven't found what you're looking for.
Oh, you.
2.
Uh,
I'm assuming this is being.
Damn it.
I'm assuming this is in 1510, not
Just
15.
blew your mind.
Damn it. This is in 1511.
It's 1511. Okay.
Let's say I will grab you and Trislin.
Oh God! And the dog.
Sakari.
Good Sakari.
Oops.
No, me is
Sure.
not coming. I just want to say me.
Sure.
He's like, where did they go?
Me is sitting on top of the pack lizard.
Let's see here.
Me.
How do I even? There we go.
How do I do things? Ooh.
Oh. Look, a bridge.
Well, it kind
It's
of
not a
ends,
bridge.
so by definition, it's not a bridge.
Yes, what seems to be something built out of stone juts out into the water.
Like a dog?
Look, a duck.
It exactly. It does seem. It does certainly seem built. Dock, perhaps. I suppose that you have sort of heard of ships, even though that is very, very rare down here. Of course. Yes, it looks something like a dock. There are a lot of what seems to be old debris, sort of strewn all over this place.
Rain would be quite curious about this. And approach a little bit.
Well, Tristan and I would want Sakari to follow next to you, and Tristan will stay with that.
You'll stay behind us.
Yeah, because she's not gonna be.
How
good at
old does
flying.
it look?
It looks quite old, actually. Does any of you have architecture, engineering?
I have it.
I have engineering.
Engineering won't help, sorry.
So considering this,
Actually, you can roll engineering.
Wait, I don't think that's not this character. I'm not sure.
so Sakari have done.
It is. Look, a duck.
Um,
Oh, look, it's a duck.
It is. I told you.
what is that monster doing here?
What is that?
Um,
Did you summon it, Tristan?
No.
it's the fiendish duck. It looks at you with evil eyes. Quack.
11.
Well, that's 10 for your +2, so.
Rain looking at the this structure, he does recognize that yes, it is a dock. In fact,
It is a duck.
used by ships, usually as a landing point. Seems to be a lot of debris on it. Old, yes, definitely very old. It seems to be of gnomish make. He does recognize some of the architectural features of this to the bridges he saw back in Fastervolt.
Very interesting, Trislan. So, this would be likely where the gnomes got across from their little island.
You can make a perception check.
A perception check? Oh my.
Mhm.
Really? Really a free game?
You
Oh,
see a duck.
There is actually a duck.
Well, Tristan, Sakari?
Yeah, Tristan and Sakari can do it too. Well, Sakari moves out here.
Careful, it's a duck. Quack. No, aww.
He hides.
Who did that?
He dove.
Fucking
Aww.
go.
Sakari looks out, and then he says, "I think there is something in the water."
That's not how his voice used to be, but okay.
Like what?
What? A duck?
No,
What
under the
is a duck?
surface.
That's a duck.
Don't you see it?
Can he
No.
like point out with his paw?
Yeah, he's pointing.
Can we see
One of
him?
his claws. I peer out there. You don't really see anything, actually.
He doesn't have any claws yet.
Just a soft paw.
He points a horn, he could always.
Points his nose, whatever.
Point.
Yes, something under the waves, I think.
Any idea what it is, though?
He shrugs. Normal.
All I think about is that duck. That wasn't there.
By myself, I don't know if this is safe to investigate.
It better not be mermaids.
What's a mermaid?
That's Tristan saying that. I just thought of it because we're so close to the water. Oh. Can we see the mist here?
Yes, there are mist, not over the dock, but you can see it a bit further out.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh. Don't like that mist.
It's pretty though.
Yes.
It is pretty.
Maybe
Yes,
we should get the others.
Well, Sakari's pretty quick, if I remember. He could always try grabbing the others.
Can you do that, Sakari?
Sakari nods and runs off.
Thank you. Remember me.
Is there a limitation how far the Eidolon can be from the summoner?
I don't remember.
That's a good question, actually.
That is a good
Let's double check
question.
I
that.
just thought I'd ask.
Runs away and disappears.
Damn it!
Okay, there
I
is
only
a,
know
okay,
that
there is
as
a limit. He will be
Alright.
banished if he's more than 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet.
Is he gonna be 10,000 feet away?
Are we 10,000 feet away?
10,000 feet is 2 miles. Considering how each of these hexes is like 8 miles across. Yeah.
That could be.
Could
Yeah,
be.
and if he finds one of us, I mean, you probably search somewhere, like we searched this part, and then this part, and then this part. I don't think we spread out.
I think 10,000 feet is enough for him to just find, one of you.
Yeah, I doubt we're searching opposite corners of the hex at once.
Oh, I assume you're moving as a group. Basically, you're moving like, all right, we have this as a center point. We search out from this spot, and then we move the spot. We move the center again and sort of do it like that.
That meant fun. He walks 10,001 feet into the pit.
I just can't reach. He's just reaching up like.
Pushes his foot out, but as he goes, like that one step more, the leg disappears.
See, I think he loses health too as he gets separated further from the summoner, so it's not exactly the most comfortable.
Is the idle one?
Then he shouldn't have said yes.
Well, he does what Rislin asks.
you made him.
Yeah, he is your
True, yeah,
binding
it gets weaker.
garnet.
Well, we did not realise this, so technically, if you want, I guess Rain could run for everyone.
Leave Trislin by the dock?
It's not really the smartest idea.
No.
She'll be fine.
We
It
will
won't hit
go.
her.
I think he can do it. What's up?
Well, are you sending Sakara or not?
I thought he just came back from it.
No. Yeah, I am, because
What-
everyone's...
For instance, will you send him or not? You'd know for a fact he would get weakened if he got too far away from you.
Well, Jonas said he can make it.
He could.
What do you think? Do you feel like running?
I definitely could run. Though I don't know if this is the safest place to wait. But I realise you have Sakari to protect you, but...
And 7 eagles?
Well, if you've got eagles around, that means Sakari's not.
Well, if that don't come around if Sakari gets banished.
Sakara is still glaring out over the water.